are now a few days post 2021 NFL Draft, and with that come NFL rookie expectations. Obviously, expectations for Trevor Lawrence are a lot higher than any 7th round pick, and understandably so. In today's video, though, we are going to be doing picks 20 through 11 in reverse order, so we are going to be starting with Kadarius Toney's expectations of the New York Giants. That means we are going to be finishing with Justin Fields, the new franchise savior of the Chicago Bears. Now, before we dive into anybody's expectations and how they can get there, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as each only take a second to do, and it would be very much appreciated. Now let's begin. We begin today's video with Kadarius Toney, the speedster from the University of Florida, who was the 20th overall pick. Now, Kadarius' pre-draft comparison for myself was Percy Hartman. I thought those two guys compared pretty well. I thought both guys are extremely shifty, and I thought both guys have home run ability on every single play. Now, Percy won the Rookie of the Year award back in 2009, but I would be extremely surprised if Kadarius wins this award, and not just because of how many quarterbacks are in this class. Quite frankly, I would be surprised if Kadarius is one of the most productive receivers as a rookie, and that's not due to his ability, it's due to the situation. He enters a situation with teammates in Kenny Golladay, Darius Slayton, and Sterling Shepard, and that's just in the receiver room. He also will have targets taken from him by Evan Ingram and Kyle Rudolph, and of course they have all-world running back Saquon Barkley. So pretty easily right there, Kadarius is not a high priority to get the football. Now, given that he is a first-round pick, he will still get his fair share of targets and everything, but I don't think it's going to be enough to impact in a Rookie of the Year type way. So for his statistical impact, I would honestly be surprised if Kadarius had 50 catches in his rookie year, which equates to 3 per game, and given that Daniel Jones isn't exactly the best quarterback in the world, that really shouldn't offend anybody either, I would be surprised if Kadarius has a productive rookie season. I think it's going to require a change at quarterback before Toney, and really anybody else for that matter, becomes a true productive receiver in the offense. And because of that, I don't think he's going to do too well in the statistical category in year number 1. Now, pick number 19 was Jamal Davis, and I absolutely loved this pick for the Washington football team. We talk about running backs getting holes created by offensive linemen like Quentin Nelson, for example, and just the holes he creates, opens lanes for Jonathan Taylor to just run right through, and really for a Mack truck to run through. But it's going to be like that for Jamal Davis this year with the Washington football team defensive line. Players like Chase Young and Jonathan Allen are going to open lanes for Jamal to run right through, and he is going to have a terrific rookie year. If I were a gambling man, I would 100% be comfortable throwing money on him winning the Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that is going to be my preseason pick when we do these award show in a couple months. I do an award prediction every year, and he will be my Defensive Rookie of the Year pick, barring something crazy or unforeseen. I absolutely love this pick, and I would give Washington a huge A+ for this selection. I would be surprised if Jamal does not finish with year 1 with at least 95 to 100 tackles, assuming he plays in every game. Now we go to pick 18, which was Jalen Phillips, and the Miami Dolphins did need a number 1 pass rusher. They finished 10th in the NFL in sacks last year, but none of their players had over 10 sacks on the team, and that's not bad. They went by pass rush by committee and had a lot of production from Emmanuel Ogbah, Jerome Baker, Kyle Van Noy, and Andrew Van Ginkel. So what did they do? They got, in my opinion, the best pass rusher in the draft in Jalen Phillips, and Jalen is going to be a franchise alterer from day 1. He is a terrific player, and he's going to be getting after players like Josh Allen and Zach Wilson for the next decade, and really Mac Jones for that matter too. I absolutely love this selection, and in terms of what Jalen can do in year 1, it's definitely not going to be like 15 or 17 sacks. Like, nobody does that, and if there is a season like that, it is a outlier, as Chase Young was the most hyped prospect in 10 years roughly, and he had 7.5. And sacks aren't the the all be all give all the measurement, but in the same sense, for Jalen Phillips' rookie year, I would expect the 6 to 8 sack range, and then in year 2 is when I truly think he would be unleashed. He is a terrific player and had a TJ Watt pre-draft comparison, and I think Dolphins fans are going to be very happy with the selection soon enough. Now, 17 was Alex Leatherwood of the Raiders, and unfortunately for him, as he got to live out his childhood dream, everyone was ripping the pick apart, myself included, because he was drafted about a round early. So Alex is going to have increased expectations from not only being a first-round pick, but being a first-round pick that was overdrafted. So he kind of has to double whatever the expectations already are, and quite honestly, I'm going to be surprised if he can do that. And what we're going to be looking for is the Raiders' yards per carry, how that compares from 2020 to 2021 with Leatherwood on the line. And obviously it doesn't solely rely on him, but it's also going to rely on Derek Carr staying healthy and getting this team back into the playoffs. They have not made the playoffs in the John Gruden era, and how well they can run the football is going to be attributed to some of Alex Leatherwood's success, and I wish him nothing but the best. 16 was Zavin Collins to the Arizona Cardinals, and I love this pick because pairing him with a player like Isaiah Simmons is going to cause trouble and be nightmares for a lot of NFL teams. Zavin is extremely rangy at 6'5", 260, and had 4 interceptions during 2020, won several awards, and was a unanimous All-American. I absolutely love this pick. As we said, pairing him with Isaiah is going to cause problems across the middle of the defense. Now, going deep and having corner play one-on-one might be a struggle for the Cardinals, but again, when Zavin Collins and Isaiah Simmons are taking up the middle of the field, it is going to be tough to move the ball against this team. Statistically, he may not have that big of an impact, but every team will know where he is on every play, sheerly due to his size and the way he creates mismatches for opposing offenses. 15 was, of course, Mac Jones, and for his expectations in year one, it's going to obviously depend on what Cam is going to do. Is Cam going to come out and, play bad like he did in 2020? Now, Cam did have good spurts in 2020, but is he going to come out and throw 2 touchdowns to 9 interceptions in the first 4 weeks of the year type thing? I do think Mac is going to, I don't want to say inspire, but he's going to be a source of fuel in Cam's fire, if you will, to play better. And I don't think Mac is going to play a full 17 games. I don't think there's any shot of that. But I think it's going to be somewhere between like 6 or 7 or for Cam, and then maybe 9 or 10 for Mac, something in there. So statistically, Mac will probably finish with around 12 to 14 passing touchdowns for his rookie campaign. Now, 14 was when the Jets traded up with the Minnesota Vikings to get Zach Wilson, a left guard for the next 10 years, and it was Elijah Vera-Tucker. So Elijah, I'm not going to sit here and say he needs to give up 0 sacks in a rookie season, otherwise he's a for sure bust, because that certainly is A, not true, and B, not the case, right? So Elijah and really Mekhi Becton both, their goal for the next 8 years is going to be to keep Zach Wilson up and healthy. As long as Zach, doesn't run right into sacks, that those guys inevitably can't help but give up, like if Zach's running behind the left tackle and then just boom, literally gives the right end a sack, which in theory would be Mekhi's fault or Elijah's fault if it's a left guard in that situation. They can't help that. But the goal for Elijah Vera-Tucker and Mekhi Becton both for the next 10 years is to keep Zach Wilson healthy and to make sure he does not take any unnecessary hits from the blind side. 13 was tackle Rashawn Slater, and for Rashawn, it is a lot of the same goals as it was at 14 with Elijah Vera-Tucker. I mean, we all know what type of rookie year Justin Herbert had and how good he was as he set the new mark for rookies to hit in terms of total touchdowns, right? So for Slater, it is going to be, don't get bowled over. Do not let Von Miller or Bradley Chubb bull rush you into Justin Herbert and just pretty much just, tabletop him, if you will. Just don't let those type of things happen. Keep Justin Herbert healthy, and that is your goal. That is it. That is the only goal there is for Rashawn Slater for the next 10 years, is to keep Justin Herbert up and healthy and to be an adequate left tackle in the NFL. We are moving on to pick 12, which was Micah Parsons to the Cowboys. So, Micah is going into a pretty favorable situation, as the linebackers on the Cowboys are him, Leighton Vander Esch, and Jalen Smith, and he's going to be able to free roam a lot the same way Jamal Davis will with the football team and Zavin Collins will with the Cardinals. So, Micah is relatively new to the linebacker position, as he came into Penn State as an edge, and then they eventually changed him to be a linebacker. So, there's going to be times where NFL teams probably do expose Micah Parsons, and you'll probably see clips on him on Twitter of him getting burnt by, a running back. I really hope the Cowboys don't put him one-on-one in a coverage with a running back, but he's going to probably get exposed a couple of times in coverage as a rookie, and it's probably going to be a thing for the first couple years of his career. But for Micah, we're going to be looking for strides from, week 1 of the preseason to the end, and I do think he can finish with 80-plus tackles as a rookie. The talent's there. The athlete is certainly there, as we saw him run a sub 4.40. The kid has talent, and he has game, and it's just going to be applying everything to the relatively new position for him in 2021. Now we are at pick 11, Justin Fields to the Chicago Bears, and I do have to say, Justin is one of my favorite prospects in the class, and from a statistical standpoint, as a rookie especially, he may not be all that good because there are not a lot of weapons for him to throw to. He has Allen Robinson, and then after that, it's kind of slim pickings, right? Now, David Montgomery finished 2020 terrific. He played great down the stretch, had a big run against the Packers on Sunday night, and that kind of exemplified for him the last good couple games of the year. So hopefully for Justin Fields' sake, David Montgomery can take the pressure off of him from a running game. A running game is a quarterback's best friend, and especially a rookie quarterback's best friend. From a statistical standpoint, I do think Justin will be probably around the 22 passing touchdown mark. I do love Justin Fields, and I really hope he is contention for the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Now, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you did see this shirt, And if you want to buy one, just let me know. DM me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you guys are still watching, by the way. The link is in the description. It's in the description for every video. And that is going to wrap today's video up. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video for picks 20 through 11. And until next time, as always, love you guys. Deuces. Peace.